two great signs that spring is on the way come in the form of daffodils and also frog spawn. Frog spawns are arranged usually in bundles, with the fertilised eggs surrounded by a layer of protective jelly. And as well as acting as protection, the jelly allows the frog spawn to float on the top surface of the water. There really is no such thing as having too much frog spawn within a pond, because 1 in 50 fertilised eggs make it to the adult stage. And the threats experienced by frog spawn actually go through all of the life stages, from tadpoles to the adult frog, and range from herons to aquatic invertebrates and even foxes. There's been a lot of ice recently in ponds, and though this is a bit of a threat to frog spawn, as long as there is some frog spawn that isn't in direct contact with the ice, it should be able to withstand the cold and the frost, especially as fertilised eggs require less oxygen than their adult counterparts. I'm just going to take a look under here to see if we can check that there is some frog spawn that isn't actually in contact. And in fact, this pond is looking good, because usually a telltale sign that frog spawn has died is when the frog spawn itself goes a slightly white milky colour, and we can't see any here, so that's a really good sign. And in fact, there are some species of frog in North America which have an antifreeze in their blood, allowing them to partially freeze and still animate when it comes to spring. So let's see if we can have a little look under here. You have to be very careful because you don't quite want to detach the frog spawn, but another good sign is there's a lot of healthy aquatic vegetation, which means that they will be able to be receiving some oxygen. And I think even just breaking off a small amount like this, we've now got some bubbles on the top surface of the ice here, so it should actually be good enough. And letting things go naturally rather than moving them into a bucket tends to be a good idea as well. I just slowly move them over. You're able to see? Yeah, there's a whole load of frog spawn here that's not in contact with the ice, so fingers crossed, at least some of these will make it to adult frogs.